Please be seated. Good evening and welcome. We're gathered here this evening on this joyful occasion to rejoice with the wedding of Veridiana and Christopher Severo. Who gives this woman to be married to this man? I would like to begin the wedding ceremony with a few words of gratitude. First, a word of gratitude to God for this very beautiful day, for the lovely surroundings, and for the joyful occasion that brings us all together. Second, I'd like to express words of gratitude for Chris and Veri themselves. They stand before you today as symbols of hope, of promise, of love, of creativity. We see in them new beginnings, a fresh start, a brighter tomorrow. Together they create something beautiful in their union that contributes to the beauty of the world around them. And so we give thanks for them. And we speak words of gratitude to you, Veri and Chris's family and friends. You shared in Chris and Veri's lives over the years, nurturing them, guiding them, listening to them, and encouraging them. You stood by them during life's challenges, sharing in the joys of life, sharing their laughter and their tears. Good family and friends are foundations upon which people build happy, healthy lives. So Veri and Chris thank all of you this evening for being here to share in their marriage ceremony. Your presence is valued and appreciated. Love is a feeling that, while universally felt, is still challenging to define. One of the best and the most enduring definitions of love comes from the Apostle Paul in his letter to the Corinthians, chapters 13, verses 4 through 8 and 13. Kaltrina Baluli will share this reading with us.
Love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. And now, faith, hope, and love abide. These three, and the greatest of these is love.
In his writing, Paul reminds us that loving someone is a sacred responsibility. A responsibility to be loving, kind, humble, and patient. To truly love someone, you put their good on par with your own. You rejoice in their success, you share in their sorrow. And with this sacred responsibility, your desire is to nourish, cherish, and care for the soul of your partner, while still retaining your individual autonomy. By joining together in a spiritual and legal marriage, you're accepting a sacred responsibility to love, nurture, and support each other, whatever life may bring. We speak of marriage as two people coming together as one. But what does that mean? And how does one do that? Rituals are symbolic acts that helps us understand what is not easily understood. The Unity Candle ritual helps explain what we mean by two people coming together as one. We are going to start by lighting the source candle, which represents God, the Creator, where all things begin. Veri, Chris, God created you. And so I would like for you to take one of these tapers, which represents you, and light that from the source candle, signifying that God has given you light, and that light will be shared. So would you take a taper and light it from the source candle? Each individual candle stands alone. It's autonomous. It's beautiful, whole, and complete. Just as the two of you are autonomous. You stand alone, and you're beautiful, whole, and complete as you are. But as wonderful as a single candle and a single life is, it is not as great as a life together can be. Coming together in marriage, you join your individual energies into one bigger energy, one brighter energy, one more powerful, strong energy, which will be your marriage. And so I would like for the two of you to light the unity candle, which represents your marriage, the two of you coming together as one. In time, this candle will burn bigger and brighter than any single candle alone. Just as your marriage will be stronger than either one of you alone. But you still retain your autonomy. You still retain your completeness. You've lost nothing in this union. You've only gained. And Veri and Chris, you have now, are creating now, a marriage. And that's going to be a larger part of your family. And you've already created a wonderful family with your beautiful son, Alexander. And now Alexander becomes a part of your marriage as well. And so to symbolize bringing your son into your marriage, I would like for you both to light this small little candle which represents Alexander. So the two of you have come together as one in this marriage, and you are big enough to encompass your son, Alexander. It's a beautiful thing, and we give thanks for that. When Chris and Veri met 4.5 years ago, as you can see, they're quite beautiful people, and they were instantly attracted to each other. And as they got to know each other, though, they discovered their attraction went far deeper than their physical beauty. Veri and Chris are from different cultures, but yet they found that their life's goals and objectives were similar. They have a compatible view of life. They both have a strong love of and dedication to family and friends. It's one of the things that defines their relationship. One of the things Chris loves about Veri is her honesty and intelligence. He feels good knowing that she values time spent with him. For Chris, Veri's happiness is vitally important. Veri loves the emotional support that Chris gives her. He motivates her to do whatever she dreams of doing, and then supports her in achieving those goals. As the relationship deepened, Chris and Veri developed a bond with each other